Alright. Time for the void. Alright, so yeah, off stream, I am absolutely ready to punch a giant robot, a dragon, and a plant in the face. But yes, I've grinded up materials. Got a few job levels. Yeah, I went out Phoenix Tower, so we're good there. Should be ready to go. I didn't look at every boss to figure out what I need, and I don't need that many dark matters. Thank God. So that's good. Never really like farming dark matters is the worst to farm, but I have farmed some dragon fangs, so. And of course, I'm gonna need a shit ton of turtle shells, so 43 dragon fangs, 99 turtle shells, 7 dark matters, a bunch of hero cocktails, Goliath tonics, a few of the others, but we shouldn't really need them. Yeah, should have everything else we need. 99 of all of this. We're ready to roll. Everyone's got their sandals on. Let's get going. Omega might take a few attempts. The way I'm gonna fight him is a little ballsy, a little scary, very cheesy. But definitely not free. Alright, here we go. Random encounters are probably just gonna be run away from. I do, I think, I have the chicken knife on. I have chicken knife focus on at the moment. Might swap to dancing. Probably swap to dancing. Alright. But yes, we don't have any AoE, so random encounters are kind of a pain in the ass. This one's unfortunate. But, we're just gonna have to, slap our way through it. These guys are very difficult to run away from. But sword dancing is, oh, I stole his ancient sword! Oh no, did someone stick a sword in him and I just, like, pulled it out? I probably made him bleed to death. The chicken knife is fully powered up now. Yep. So it's good to roll. Alright, we will be cheesing quite a few of these guys. Also very funny that, like, Omega and Shinryu are not excess minions, they were just also banished to the void. They're just chilling in here. I don't know what the chances of running are in here. I guess we're gonna find out. I think my last team probably actually has a worse time with randos than this team. Because by the time of the void, open fire wasn't really making the donuts anymore. And I didn't have any goddamn damage with any of the rest of my team, so. Chicken knife dance will kill basically anything that moves. I don't want to deal with this fight because those grenades explode on you. That guy has roulette. Which is kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah. Wow. Oh, what's the chance of running from this stupid fight? I don't know. Alright. Griff. Alright, so 15%. Alright. Probably just gonna have to try and kill it now. If I don't get out right away, it's probably best to just try and kill it. 15's a little harsh. I think I got a little screwed there. Ah, I hate these guys. They can, of course, kill themselves with roulette, but I am not getting lucky here with that. Jitterbug's nice. That's a heal. It's a free heal. I'll just attack here. I think he's close to dead. Yep. Random encounters in the void. God. They're either not a big deal at all, or they're a gigantic pain in the ass. I really don't want to use any turtle shells. I'm gonna need a lot of turtle shells for Omega. We may even have to, like, leave after Omega to restock. Ugh, of course it hit me again. Alright. Like, I may be low on Phoenix Downs after Omega. Yeah, all the minions out in World 3 are just chilling, waiting for me to come along, and I will never arrive. Alright, okay, that's Dancer mastered on Lena. Spreadsheet upload, thank you. Alright, monk. Yeah, I'll turn her a monk. Yeah, she definitely wants to be monk. She's the lowest level, so the highest, increasing her health is helpful. Dancer. Make sure I put the rainbow dress on. That's kind of the most useful thing I can do here. And that's a bit better because, man, Lena was, it was a little scary having her as the dancer. They have none health, but Faris has more health than she did. There are some dark matters in here, which is nice as well. So I now have a 50% chance of swords dancing, which does make chicken knife dancing one of the most powerful things you can do in this game is chicken knife dancing with sword gear on. Now instead of 25%, it's now 50%. A lot better, it turns out. I wish I had AoE, because level checkers are actually really good to kill. They drop elixirs. They're my usual elixir farm. They're good experience. They're in here. You can get a group of 4 of them. Generally pretty easy. They do have some level skills that can kind of flop out at you to be a little dangerous, but for the most part, not very scary. No elixirs. I don't really want to fuck with this fight. Let's go. This is a useless chest as a blood sword, but you know. I hate this. I hate this double fight. This double fight has killed me a lot. It killed me a lot last run when I was grinding for elixirs in this room. I got every single party member got killed by roulette. It sucked. Extreme bad luck, but what can you do? Sometimes roulette kicks your ass. It's a terrible move, but sometimes it does indeed get your butt. Let's run away from these. All 20%. Okay. First boss is coming up. I will probably not be doing any mixing during this boss fight. I don't think it's necessary. I think chicken knife dancing will do the job just fine. I got knocked silly, but it's okay, I ran away. Funny, because I can actually use 4 ribbons, but I don't think there's any... I don't think there's any point in putting, equip, ribbons, dancer gear on everybody. If I was fighting Omega straight up, it's actually decent. Because a lot of dancer gear prevents a lot of status effects that Omega likes to use, the jerk. But yes, I believe for this fight we are just stabbing her in the face. Mostly useful to kind of preserve materials for other much more difficult fights coming. Stab her in the face. Yeah, that's good enough. Jump's fine. Jump's fine here as well. It's like, please don't hit Ferris. Well, unfortunate, didn't get the double sword dance. Okay, I think that's Lena. Okay, there we go. And dead. Oh, yeah, Caliphysteria is not scary. Actually has really low amounts of health for this point in the game. She does have drain counters, which is why I was not attacking with the others. What are these runs? Either 16 or 70% on it. Alright, we're coming up to our first. These guys also have very nasty counters, so I don't really wanna truck with anything in this cave other than that boy down there. But we are going to pop back here first. I would like to run from the Great Dragon, please. Thank you. Not that there's any real reason to use this, but might as well. Alright, Omega, we're gonna cheese him. There's, Chemist is actually very well suited to just fighting Omega straight up. You can actually nullify basically everything he does with Chemist mixes. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna do, cheesier, not necessarily easier, less setup method. Could extremely still get us killed, so, alright, we need... So, Omega is not normally berserkable. I feel like this mix bypasses the usual immunity check, because it also puts haste on. So we berserked and hasted him. This is a terrible idea. But we did do it. So now you basically treat him exactly the same as Berserk Shinryu. You revive, but you basically don't do anything else. I'm not trident jumping here, even though it does do damage. Because I don't want there to only be 3 targets on the ground. That's a recipe for getting your shit kicked in. Oh, that's so little damage. Very ballsy, and I should not have, actually, because it didn't do anything. I need to be source sensing every chance I get. And it missed! Oh, good. Didn't know he could do that. I thought dance doesn't always hit like jump is. It's going great. I just need to check something. Does it also put blink on? Sure does. It puts blink on as well. Okay. That's why we're missing. We should now stop missing, at least. But we might be out of Phoenix Downs. Okay, that's damage. That's damage, I just have to live. There's no point in doing the Chemist's Fancy Revive. One thing I could do is, if this fight does go tits up like it's about to, is actually put, instead of Mix, put Chemist Revive on everyone, but, actually, that seems like a good idea. When did I save? Who have I got Revive on? Admittedly. Okay, I do have Revive on Lena. Just Lena. Only mastered Chemist with one person. Yeah, that's correct. Only mastered it with one person. Alright, so I at least will save myself some Phoenix Downs with Lena. I think that's worth it. And I do know now that I probably should be attacking if I get a moment. In order to try and get rid of that blink. Alright, Maiden Kiss, Holy Water. Turn this robot into an absolute shit. Half defense is important. That's why the chicken knife dancing is doing so much damage. This is a bad idea, but I am trying to get rid of Blink. That's one. Two. Really hoping we wouldn't do that. Alright. Yeah, my smooshes do no damage. I did it with the Dragoon, it did 380 damage. Not good! I have no good smoochers here, because so Succubus Kissing relies on magic. So it does bugger all. With this crew, which is all physical. But Chicken Knife Dancing does real damage, so I was really hoping it would not be the fucking monk. So I just need to get Chicken Knife Dances. I just need to keep reviving. Hope I get the chance for Faris to do some real damage with that knife. Stop hitting the monk. It's really irritating. Oh, that's good. That's nice. That's really, really helpful. Shields are nice. It's too bad only one of my crew has it. Please, Swords Dance. I need you to Swords Dance. I don't think there's any point in Goliath tonicking here. He does like 3,700 damage. I don't think there's anything I can do to kind of stop that damage. Of course, it's the one I'm waiting on that gets murked. Yeah, great. Luckily, Revive is really good. It will revive everybody. And of course, once again, Omega is being a gigantic shitbag. And I don't even get the Swords Dance. I kind of ruined my whole life force. Should have revived the monk. Probably gonna die here. That. Yeah, that's such is life. I don't remember exactly where I was at with that, so like... Yeah, this is the cheesy method, but as I say, it's not a safe method. I prefer it over the massive buffing method because he can still. It takes a while to get that going, and he can still just decide to fuck you up while you're building all your shit up. He is really fucking me over right now! Absolute fucking piece of shit. Oh, I hate that he has a 1 in 4 and he hits the person I am, like, waiting on. It's Like, yeah, great. Love that for me. This is fine. 50% chance the swords dance, please. Fuck. Really hoping it would take not the 1 in 3. Does boosting part levels makes reduce the damage you take? No. Level doesn't have anything to do with the damage calculation on your end. It's only, like, enemy level. I don't think it raised defense. I don't believe it raises defense. I believe it raises literally just level. Like, I don't think there's any way I can reduce the damage that, like... It is, you just have to treat him like Shinryu and revive everybody. It's just, he is being a real fucking asshole. I have more of a chance for him not to hit the people he is hitting than the ones he is deciding to hit. He is just being a pig fucking asshole. Being a fucking pig right now. Yeah, that's Blink gone, at least, finally. I think, hopefully, should get Revive here. Problem is, you are, hasting. I should not, You do haste him with this method, which is why it sucks. And why I'm getting real cheesy about it now. I just need a handful of chicken knife dances and then we're good. He has 55,000 health, I'm doing 7,000 damage. I think we're okay. Yes, of course I have the rainbow dress on. Why would I not have the rainbow dress on? So annoys me when he goes for my it's one person that can revive everybody. I mean, I guess I really... if I known it was as bad, I really should have... No, you don't need more than one piece of sword dance gear. You only need one piece of sword dance gear to get dance at 50%. Stacking more does not stack the chance. No, it doesn't. You only need one. You only need the rainbow dress. You cannot get more than a 50% chance of swords dance, because how it works is, if you equip any of the dance gear, it eliminates one of the dance options in favor of swords dance. For each dance, there's 4 dance options. It's usually 1 out of 4 for each, but one of them removed and replaces swords dance. It's now a 2 out of 4 or 1 half. The main thing here is he's just absolutely doing my nut in with the fact that he is always killing my fucking monk! Absolutely fucking should have killed my monk. I apparently really fucking have anger with a random number going, wow, that sucks. Alright. I'm cheating because I cannot be fucked with this asshole. Really just being an absolute shithead. I don't really think there's anything I can do. Like, I have Protect in a mix, but it won't stop it from doing enough damage. I think here I actually probably just, since I have the opportunity, I'd probably take a tiny sit. That's such a bad sit. Finally, he didn't kill, the person I had up ready to revive somebody. And doing that, oh god. It's like, it would not be this much of a problem, except he is absolutely being mean to me. Finally, he stopped being a tiny bit mean, and that was mean. I'm gonna try and go for the dance here. But, oh, thank you, Dragoon. You made that a good decision. The sword dance. Fuck. Thank you, Dragoon! Finally, some good fucking luck in my life. Hang on, I need to do the, I'm doing the calculation here. Luckily, time is stopped right now. I will dance, because I have the other two. I need 8 dances. I've done 3? Once again, I have the monk here. This doesn't make a difference, but it's funny. Nice. That's a crucial block. Yeah, I'd say, did I say different? It's 8 sword dances, and I've done 3, I think. So I got 5 more, I think. Wrong shield. Here specifically. Not buy a crystal shield. Yeah, I don't normally buy a crystal shield. Like, often I do. I forgot here. Shit. The crystal shield would actually be better than the flame shield here. Just for the... What I should do is put the main gauche on. That gives me an extra chance to block. I should put one on my chemist as well. I will put... I know what to do with the monk. Alright, I can make this a bit easier on myself. I can't do it right now. What I should have done is put the Mirage Vest that I do have on my monk. That would have given her blink, and you can actually, I don't know, I don't think monks could actually regenerate it. Oh. Yeah, monks specifically can't do the glitch. It would have to be on my chemist. Okay. That's something worth considering if I just, like, give up again. Yeah. Thank you, main gauche. Please, swords dance, for the love of God. Alright, main gauche on you. Unfortunately, I don't think I mean, it would protect my monk twice. I think the thing to do is put it on the chemist. You. Alright, I think that's 4. Yeah, I probably would also, yeah, you're right. I think the thing to do if I do switch, I think I'm fine now. I think we're doing okay. But I think if I was to redo this, yes, I think it would be better to have... I kind of didn't realize I only had revive on one person. This is, like, I didn't max out my jobs like I normally do. So I didn't realize that only Lena had it. But yeah, I think making Lena my Dragoon, with a shield, with a crystal shield that I remembered to buy, is the way to go. The main Ghosts should have had those on. I kind of forgot just how fucking aggressive he is. When you don't do this method, you kind of forget how nasty this method is. Genuinely just completely forgot how much of a dick he is. Nice, nice. Not much point to this, but there's nothing else I'm doing, so I might as well. Yeah, Revive plus the main Ghosts are making this a bit more bearable. The lack of sword stances is making it very annoying. And the Mirage Vest is the thing to do, because you can actually, you can glitch the Mirage Vest. I'll try and show it against Shinryu, who I am also basically doing this method to, so... There we go. Oh, I was way more sword stances in than I thought. Alright, Krill's not getting any. That's okay. It's funny to realize that, like, the glitch with the Mirage Vest won't work with the monk. Alright, well, that was painful. I made it more painful than it had to be. I could have geared up a bit better for that fight. He was also just a dick, though. I get a 1 in 4 chance of hitting the person that I was, like, holding for a revive, and he did it so often. Absolute shitbag, but back to mix on the monk. Yeah, I normally do buy a crystal shield. Wow, I just didn't do that this time. The crystal shield has, I'm pretty sure it has better physical evasion on it. It would be 50%, I think, so it's like, that would have been a lot better for this fight. It would also have been better for the Shinryu fight coming up, but I kind of blanked that I would be needing that. I'm not leaving now to get it, so let's just move on. Shinryu, at least, will not be hasted. We will not make him very angry and then speed him up. As you do with Omega. Alright, this one's very cheesy. Very similar cheese. I activate the dimensional switch, oh no! This guy is susceptible to a few statuses, so we are going to berserk him. We're gonna berserk him with the mix that does not haste. Which is holy water and a torch shell. That just berserks, that does not haste. But I can now blind him. Which one of these blind mixes works is kind of a toss-up. I never remember one of them works on Shinryu and one does not. So we will find out. Oh right, need to re-equip the Holy Lance on you. But he should now be both berserked and blinded. Unfortunately, you cannot blind him. Hey, jerk. Hey, you're supposed to be blind. The motion did go off, so he should have darkness on him. The lack of, chicken knifing always makes me so damn sad. I got the feeling it didn't work. Krill might be dead again. That should have blinded him. I'm a little suspicious. One of the blind mixes, I think, just doesn't work. Please just kill him. Alright. It's fine. Just had to revive Krill a couple of times. Got some ash. Onwards. So, the next boss might be one of the least cheesable bosses on the list, actually. We'll see how it goes. I'm basically just gonna do big damage. See how that goes. Really wish Paris would fucking sword dance for me when it was helpful. Thank you. At least these guys do drop Dragon Fangs, so it is a good way to get Dragon Fangs. I'd rather not fight them, but... One square from the door! %7 run chance? Disgusting. I think the funny thing is that, like, all these low percent, like, flee chances are completely mitigated by the fact that in a normal run, you have access to 100% escape methods. Like, you do not have to rely on this running away ever in a normal run of FF5, but specifically the Fiesta makes these really low run rates awful. Alright. Yeah, there's, I think, basically no, he's vulnerable to blind, but it's not particularly helpful in this fight. Me. He is weak to poison, and I do believe we have a poison, mix. We're gonna chicken knife dance always. I mean, maybe if Faris ever fucking feels like it. But with Dragon Fangs, we should have a poison move, and I'm curious as to, how much damage it does. Antidotes and Dragon Fangs, yep. Oh, that's so low. Alright. Oh, well, our tried and true smooch smooch. Also, I should probably just lower his defense. That might just be a standard thing to do in every single boss fight. Oh, Monk is so bad at smooching. Faris, you're fucking killing me. Yeah, going on the smooches. Thank you. Very really funny that Monk's terrible punches are still actually kind of better than the kisses, because Monk's magic is 1. 1 out of 4 sword stances, folks. The Doom timer counts down while you're up in the air. Find out, maybe. Oh, unless Automagia dies. Ah, there we go. We'll never find out. We'll never know. Alright. This guy, pretty easy, so, it's interesting whether I even equip the reflector. I don't need to. Funnily enough, can actually kinda do it without it. The easiest method is to just have a reflector and float somebody. If I just float somebody every single turn, it will have the same effect. Yeah, so if someone is floating, he will always try to get you on the ground, because what he wants to do is, what he wants to do is earthquake you. So he's like, I need you to come down. The standard strat is to get float on somebody in whatever method you can. And have reflect on them, because 100 G's bounces off reflect. So he'll just keep trying to drag you to the ground and not be able to, and he's basically a complete wuss. But if you have the ability to put float on, you can just, like, not even put the reflect ring on and just keep floating them, and the same thing will happen. He'll keep trying to drag them down. And you just pop them back up. So there is dancer gear in here, by the way. These chests, guarded by old men. These are dancer gear. So you didn't go to Phoenix Tower, you can get dancer gear here. The old men guarding them are actually dragons, and they're very, very annoying dragons. To kill. They have 2 forms. Just a big old pain in the butt. Not really worth fighting. So get your dancer gear elsewhere. Paris, please. I need you to clear these damage counters for me, and they only want to do is damage. Yeah, that's why I really don't want to fight these guys, but sometimes they insist. Swords dance, please, girl. The last part of the void is probably going to be the worst part, and I am probably going to end up doing a lot of quick saving. Just because running away is a 7% chance. It sucks. There's another fight that we are just going to, we're just gonna stab. No, no tricksy business here. We're just gonna stab her to death. She's one of a few status effects, nothing particularly useful from the chemist pile anyway. Oh, she's good. I'm like, she one of the ones that heals holy, but no, thank goodness she does not heal from holy damage. You can see the dancer don't care. Dancer don't get frogs. The one fight where equip ribbon on people would actually probably be helpful. You're just gonna slap that damage cap. It's only got about 30,000 health, so 3 swords dances and a little bit more damage does it. Not a particularly difficult fight unless you try to hit her with summons. Do not hit her with summons. She will slap you into the ground. One funny thing Cannoneers can do is Cannoneers can get mini on her, which is one of the funniest things you've ever seen when she dies. Oh, I do not. Thank you. You don't want to interact. The next fight is once again a formality. This fight you basically always cheese it. Not really much to do than just sit here and get slapped for a bit. Twintania has a bunch of counters you don't really want to deal with without a dedicated white mage. Just gonna go with high potion. Yes, Titania can counter both magic and physical with really nasty moves. And you just don't. You just you don't engage until the very last moment. How much longer you got? Okay, another attack. Is that the last one? Yep. Alright, so then we use one of our dark matters finally. When Trentania is charging up to use Giga Flare, vulnerable to basically every death and stone, and stop and slow, and a whole bunch of things. So, if you have the Assassin's Dagger, stab Twintania with it. I think there's very few teams that can't cheese Twintania, don't have some form of instant kill in it. Alright. into the nastiest part of the void. If you don't have a way to run from fights here, horrible. Every encounter in here sucks. So that's right, we're gonna cheat. We're not gonna get any chests. Because I think they're all basically just Fuma Shurikens. Yeah, it is like, yes, I think without duplicates it is impossible to have a party that can't use the knife, yeah. White Mage is like the one thing, like one class that can actually kind of fight Twintania straight up. You can just Curaga basically everything. Do I want to steal? The Genji shield is pretty damn good, but Edge shield is better, nominally, for Ned. Yeah, White Monk and Oracle. Oh, we can check that. Knives? No knives. Knives, 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 knives. No knives. Knives, knives, knives. Knives, 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 knives. Anything. Knives, 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 no knives, knives. Yep. Everything except, 3 jobs. I guess it, well, okay. Upgrades. Upgraded runs. But I guess if you're upgraded a monk, you could be in trouble. I think this upgrade is the one where you progressively go through your jobs. Like everyone's one job at a time. I think it's that run type, so-called upgrade. Yeah, the upgrade category, I think, could potentially make that fight horrific if you're on Monk, and you didn't get given an ability that instant killed. Like, you don't have Mix or Ainuki, or... I don't think Spellblade would work because you don't have swords anymore. I think that's, like, the weird, niche, you don't have the Assassin's Dagger run. You've upgraded into White Mage or Monk. Alright, I'll try to steal the Genji shield here. If I don't get it, I don't get it, and we'll just move on. I think the Aegis shield is what I want for Ned anyway. Shinryu doesn't, might be better than the Flame Shield for Shinryu. Couldn't steal. Let me just double check. Oh, it does that. Okay, the Crystal Shield is 45%, the Genji Shield is 50%, so it would actually be very helpful against Shinryu. That's 10% extra chance to dodge Berserk. Berserk attacks, so... I really do not believe the wiki that says that Mug is a 50% proc. It doesn't go off anywhere near 50% of the time. I don't believe it. Yay! Alright, we didn't even have to reload for it. Yeah, upgrade natural categories. Yeah, it's like, it used to be a run type, now it's like a category you can add on your run type. It's... Fiesta's changed. It's changed. I feel like I've done upgrade once, and natural once. I don't like either, modifier. I mean, they used to be their own runs, and now they're, like, modifiers for runs. Which makes sense. I think that way of doing it is actually good, where you have like the type of run that gives you your job, and then you can modify it on top of that. Like 750 and no 750, I think, are still there's like, it's now a type of run and then job sets and then modifiers is now how it works. Whereas it used to all just be separate runs, and some you could overlap and some you couldn't. It's like how GBA is not so run anymore, it's now extra jobs, and so you get given four jobs, and then you replace one with a GBA job, rather than before where you got given 3 normal jobs and then a GBA job, and so you just had 3 jobs for most of the run. If you played it normally, I don't ever play it normally, so I have the GBA jobs from the start, because I'm a cheater. Alright. Yeah, I don't like, energy shield. I don't like natural and upgrade. I think it's kind of like not really what I'm playing the Fiesta for. Which is to like, I've played it so many times, I'm not sure there's any synergies I don't know at this point, but I feel like I play it for trying to figure out the best ways to deal with things given my options, and upgrade and natural both severely limit your options and your ability to like mix and match your jobs. This is not the worst fight we could have gotten without quick saving, so I think we can actually, this is actually pretty easy to, Nice on Memory Blade. Oh, I need to unequip the Holy Lance. Something I'll do now, because I'll forget otherwise. Oh, Faris, finally coming through the double sword stance. Okay, so I was gonna get in a fight, that's not a bad one to get, but unfortunately, for Hilda, Shinryu absorbs Holy. I probably don't want to jump for the Dragoon anyway, so it's probably either stabbing with the Assassin's Dagger or maybe using a mix. Oh, it's Master Dancer, hang on. Didn't even notice. Let's swap that around. And only Krill has no dancing experience. Krill is now our dancer. Let's go. That's pretty decent. I'm not normally this aggressive quick saving in the void. But this team really could not deal with some of the shit that it would just be, so I could deal with it, but I would have to use a lot of stuff that I don't really want to use in a random encounter. So the quick save method just kind of bypasses, the need to care about random encounters. I probably don't need that quick save, but I don't really want to get into an encounter before Shinryu. Alright. No point healing, I'm berserking it. But I am berserking, I am blinding it. I'll probably just go ahead and use both blind mixes, because one of them just doesn't work. I never remember which blind mix doesn't work on Shinryu. So we're just gonna use both. And we're also, thank God, going to do the berserk that does not give haste. So Shinryu It is going to be a repeat of Omega's fight, but a lot less difficult. Alright, so yeah, I think we're good. I think it just wants to be mixed in a minute. Technically, I could also put Revive on my Monk again, but I think we're okay. Alright, so the Berserk is Crouch on Holy Water. I'm going to just go ahead and use both blind methods. One is Eye Drops and Dark Matter. That one didn't work. One is Eye Drops and Dragon Fang. That one seems to have worked, but I wonder if it only... Actually, let me check. I wonder if it only has a chance to put on Darkness. I can check that. Apparently it should be, if they're not immune, it cannot evade it, so it should be 100%. Maybe I just got very unlucky. Oh, I was gonna show off Mirage Vest. The Mirage Vest glitch, hang on. Alright, let's equip the Mirage Vest on my Chemist. So it is the Dragon Fang one. The Dark Matter one, for some reason, doesn't work. I don't know why that is. Alright, take two, Berserk, Blind. To be fair, with Blind, we might not see it happen, because we kind of need to get rid of, our image. In order for the glitch to work, but... Dark Matter one has a mischance. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, the Dark Matter one, yeah. I always knew the Dark Matter one just didn't work for some reason. Yeah, because Dark Gas has a base accuracy of 99 instead of always, like, basically every other mix. Not all of them, but, like, so many of them, including Dark Side, have an always. He has, like, 90 magic evasion, and his magic evasion is nuts. 95% magic evasion, so yeah. Yeah, that was never gonna work. Alright, so we can just, oh, I'll probably... This isn't as necessary, for Shinryu as Omega because, Shinryu doesn't actually have really high defense like Omega. It does have some, though. It might make, some sort of a difference to Turtle Soup. Yeah, we're not gonna see this. Alright, so the way the Mirage Vest glitch works is that you can see we have images. For some reason, like, even if you get rid of the images so they attack you, if you swap your weapon's hand, the images regenerate. Yeah, Solar Dragon Fang. So they're not supposed to, you're only supposed to get 2 free hits, but by swapping weapons, you regenerate it. Shinryu has no death animation, yeah, which makes it an absolute pain in the ass to get the death, because it also looks identical to the crystal dragons that live in this area. So if you don't get Shinryu's name in like the death, the like purple bit, it just looks like a crystal dragon. Shinryu's just some guy, it's true. Yeah, I thought I would use a lot of turtle shells against Omega, but Succubus Kiss was so bad. This team really could not do any damage for Succubus Kiss. It's so funny. I think with Blind, I think it would have to, in order for it to get rid of an image, it would have to get past the blind check to then hit and then get, like, hit the image. Yeah, it's very funny. I don't know if the Mirage Vest Glist exists in other versions of this game. It's not getting rid of our images, yeah. But yes, it's very funny. Like, technically, you can be absolutely invincible to physical attacks in this game with the Mirage Vest. Just luckily we can blind Shinryu, so it's... Oh, I got hit! Whoa! So it's a lot less awful a fight than the Omega Blessed Kiss. I always kind of waver back and forth on beating Omega with a Chemist the two different ways, because, like, as you saw, the Blessed Kiss method is a pain in the ass. It really is terrible. You give him haste, so he's basically killing 2 people a turn, unless you have a lot of, like shields and stuff. Sometimes he just, wow, alright, Shinryu, calm your tits, please. How about hitting Faris with that? Well, let me show off the glitch. What are you hitting Krill for? Often you do actually fight Shinryu with just Berserk. And so like the Omega fight, you do just end up like, oh wow, I completely missed that. I was not expecting that kill at all, so we're gonna have to, I'll either have to, like, pick it up off the stream, or I will just submit the, like, Dragon Seal Ragnarok images. The whole fiesta kind of just runs off of, like, goodwill, and, like, you know, technically you could cheat with those images, because they don't show your party. As long as you're not a dick. Basically, you'll just take your word for it, which, yeah, it's a charity event. Why would you cheat? We're kind of out of the part of the void with the nastiest enemies, but frankly, they're still just fights I don't want to do, and would just be sitting trying to run away from. Alright, I'm gonna do something very funny here. I'm gonna use a lot of resources on this guy that I don't need to. Because, I don't really need them elsewhere. So I might as well. Seems like fun. I think this should work. Yeah. So the thing about these guys is these guys have innate reflect. So they're actually very difficult to instant kill. But they are vulnerable to it. So if you're willing to use 4 Dark Matters, we can just kill these guys instantaneously. Hey buddy, I think your barriers are gone. He didn't even get to do his, like, he normally has this thing at the start where he goes, with my barriers, I'm invincible! And we actually killed them so quickly he couldn't do that. Oh, brilliant. I didn't actually know you could skip that dialogue. Like, I've killed him before, like, very quickly, but usually he still gets to go. Usually I killed him and then he went, my barriers, I'm invincible, and then it was like, oh no, my barriers are gone, but I actually killed him too quickly there. He's vulnerable to the holy plant, so I am just gonna go ahead and accept that. He's vulnerable to all elements. If you see barriers, wait, my barriers! Wow, okay. Alright, so I have, the thief knife on my chemist still. Yep. Huh? Stole some thief gloves! Fair enough. So he's weak to all elements. He's actually not a difficult boss. Except, like, the most difficult part about him is that his barriers, because his barriers do a lot of magic. Really high level magic, and there's 4 of them. 2 of them are, oh you dick. 2 of them are in the back. So they're very hard to hit physical attacks. They're also quite chunky. So mainly the big thing is that, like, with his barriers up, he's mean. He's being a real asshole to me today. I wanna dance. No, I have this kind of trouble when he's, barrier-like. I'm gonna smooch here for the head. Alright, let's try... I would really like the Genji armor. It'll be very, very helpful against Ned. Ooh, I think I can now show it off. It's just like you swap it to your... Don't think you have to, like, switch weapons entirely. It went brr, and then got rid of it. Alright, will it regenerate if I do an action? It definitely works. You can there it is. You have to do the action. Okay. If you swap hands, you get your images back. It's you actually, if you do any equipment changes, it basically just, like, resets it for some reason. Okay, this should knock him down to Greg. Here we go. You killed me a lot more often than I thought you would. I think it's just, like, don't have much physical defense, and I'm not willing to, like, double my health and stuff. That would help me survive those kind of attacks. You're gonna see the full force of Chemist up against Ted. It's really just trying to save as many items as I can for Ted and Ned. That means a lot of the other bosses are actually a little bit more dangerous. Alright, can I steal this armor? Oh, don't do that to me. This is now scripted. You can neither win nor lose this. Just desperately trying to steal. You get, like, 3 or 4 attempts at the steal. If I don't get it, I'll just go on without it, but... It is time for the best music in the game. Alright, don't think we're getting it. Oh, that was my one last chance. I was so close. I got the mug, didn't get the steel. That's alright. The Genji armor is useful against Ned, but kinda hoping we won't need it.
I think I got it!
No, incorrect, yeah.
I'm so embarrassed.
Fun fact, if you, so Greg shows up when Necro gets below 9,999 health. If you do more than that in damage, which is only possible with a couple of, things, you skip that altogether. Alright. I believe everyone just wants mix again. Yeah, Greg just he went on to future Final Fantasies, it's true. But you can tell which runs of mine had to fight Omega straight up and which ones didn't. If I had to fight Omega, properly, I'm in the 40s. If I didn't have to, I'm in the 30s. Probably just the Chemist in the background. I think the Chemist is the only one not going to be potentially doing physical attacks. And I think Mix is just it. Everybody wants to be mixing against Ted, and then probably an Ed. Alright, hopefully one last quick save. Alright, here we go. Fine. Oh no, we've been voided. Hey, it's Dead Dad Squad. Dead dads, dead dads. Alright, here we go. So, the chemist can drink, but the other three will want to bolster their HP with mixes. So luckily I can save myself an elixir with a Goliath tonic here. But the very first port of call is elixir Dragon Fang to double everybody's HP. It's probably the strongest thing. Probably everything you do with chemist, I do think doubling your HP is one of the strongest things you can do. Survivability is nuts. Alright, then we want Dragon Fang. I think this one first. I think it should help here. So this should give us... Damn it. That gives us dragon and like heavy statuses. So what that does, is it should mean things like White Hole Miss. We'll see if it does. Heavy is the flag that makes a lot of enemies immune to like instant death effects and stuff like that. I believe it works very similarly on you. Now we're gonna start putting spells on. So Phoenix Downs plus Dragon Fangs should be a fun, yeah, Dragon Defense. So that is Protect, Shell, Regain, Reflect. And Shell has the really great effect of halving like magic accuracy as well, like enemies' magic accuracy. That means their spells don't land anywhere near as often. Now we want to start with the levels. So, the sort of 10 extra levels is Holy Water and Antidote. I think I have enough Dragon Fangs. I can probably just go straight to plus 20 here. Let me just check. Alright, so I'm pretty sure it's Dragon Fangs. Dragon Fangs plus potions. Yeah, I think I have 33. I can just go ahead and I'm gonna give 60 levels to everybody, because you can go up to 255, but I think damage stops counting at 99, so I'm gonna get everyone to basically 90. He can actually drink his levels, so I think I'll go ahead. 6 hero cocktails. Ah, okay, so I think heavy does not stop that from happening. That's a shame. I wonder if one of the other things. There are some like instant death immunities. Try those. Phoenix Down plus Holy Water makes you immune to instant death. Oh, but I think I got Reflect. Interesting. Alright, gonna have to do the Protect Shell mix again. Really hoping that the shell would stop that from hitting me. Alright, levels. Anything. Can't remember if we put 3 on my dragon, so I'm just gonna give him another one. Oh, I missed that time. Excellent. Alright. Okay. Everyone but my chemist has levels. Let's just give them some levels. Alright, let's see what we can do with that. Pretty big sit. Monk should be kind of monstrous at this point. See if I put a little bit more levels in them, see if go any higher. Definitely still going a bit higher. God bless, finally, some real ass numbers. The dancer is gonna hit max with dancing, actually nearly hit max without it. Alright, we're still only single target. You can see that now it's no longer going up in damage. So we're still gonna have to be careful with Ned here. You can kind of see that giving levels to Monk is really good, but so is giving levels to everybody. Everyone benefits from levels. Alright, it's time for a new X death. Doesn't look like I got regain. I thought that other one gave you regain as well. Oh, just protect, shell, and reflex. You gain something. I'm gonna put that on. really wanted to be my chemist and my dancer using a magic lamp anyway, because the other two have no goddamn magic stat. Go Bahamut, the only time you ever see him. This fight specifically. A little rude, buddy. Alright, that kills the very back part. Now we're left with the rest. I'm gonna kill the top left part next, because that's the Grand Cross part. And I think for this team, that's actually the scariest part. Which my monk is more accurate. God, chicken knife dancing is just so good. It's not even that buffed by levels. Just that good. Oh, don't like that that did damage, a lot of damage to a different part. Okay, top right took about 8,000 damage. I have to remember that. I'm not that worried about Almagast. Shell halves the damage of it. I have regain and a shit ton of health, so Almagast does not actually scare me. Grand Cross is terrifying. Oh god, and I've done like 12,000 damage to that part. Really wish she was sword dancing, because Grand Cross is like kind of the big thing that could really screw me over after all this prep. I think I'm hitting the Grand Cross part. Oh, did that kill? That killed. Alright, so 3 and 4. I believe, unfortunately for me, we've been hitting the weaker part, so I have to do about 17,000 worth of damage to this bottom part to make them even. Oh, that's so unfortunate. If I re-up the mix on Lena... Yeah, I think it's important to have Shell. Despite that massive amount of health, Protect and Shell is helpful here. So that one is Stone Dry Fang. Completely lost track of the damage I've done now. I think they're now about even. Not anymore! You do swords dance, Krill. You're just as bad as Faris at this. Come on. At 50%, letting me down. Always. That'll get rid of my stuff, but that's okay. Oh, this is getting very uneven. Okay, we're building up for another Albagast. Oh, there's that hit. Give me a kit. Woo! Oh, balls. I think one part's dead. Oh! Oh, is that the counter kill in the other part? Woo! Thank you, Lena. Let's go, Monk. Monk was definitely, you know, the damage dealer there. Although, again, Chicken Knife Swords Dance does max damage. Monk with that many levels can do more than max damage, though, which is pretty nice. Finally showing off Monk can actually be good. The problem is it's still only single target, so if you only have single target damage at stage, you are always shitting yourself. You're always like, please do not leave one part alive. Yeah, counter kills on net are legal, it's true. Oh, I didn't have it pausing, alright. Alright, everybody alive, Chemist is that good. But the thing about, like, this always thing about levels on Monk with Chemist, it's really good. But they're good on everybody, you know. Dragoon was doing damage. If I was jumping, he'd be doing even more damage. Sword dance knifing is always incredible. The double HP and all the status effects, like, stop Ned from really being a problem. Like I said, the Grand Cross part is the only part that's kind of scary. And that's because even with Shell, if it manages to, like, hitting your team with some nasty effects, you're kind of in trouble. Dancer with Ribbon is a really good counter to that. So like, my Dancer probably would have been fine. Chemist can also heal basically all status effects, so as long as like your mix, like anyone with mix is alive, you can kind of recover from Grand Cross. Monk was just a nice damage dealer there. He wasn't like, that's the thing, I think even with better Monk, it's not really anything special. He did like at most 12,000 damage, which is only a little bit more than Knife Dancing. This was a run that ran through Chemist very aggressively. And Chicken Knife Dancing. The two moves this team had were mix on everything, slamming that chicken knife into your face. It's been a bit since I've had a run that ran through Chemist quite so aggressively. My last run was another run that ran through one singular job. Cannoneer was also Cannoneer, Red, Thief, and Geo. So ran through Cannoneer so hard, and Cannoneer is not quite as good as Chemist. I will see Cannoneer is a bit more useful against random encounters, because Combine can hit everything on the field. But yeah, another run where one job made the donuts. When was the last time I even had Chemist? I did have Chemist. Oh yes, I had Chemist and Monk in a run last year. The problem is I also had Blue Mage, and Blue Mage Chemist is a much better combo than Chemist Monk. Because Blue Mages are already stupid good. Add Chemist's ability to manipulate levels, and you're in business. Didn't have a chemist in either 2024 or 2023. Wow. Then I had White Blue Bard Chemist, also another run that's not relying on its chemist. Thief Time Ranger Chemist. Oh, I think that probably relied on its chemist quite a bit. Luckily, it did have Time and Ranger for the Pyramid. Samurai Chemist Dancer Monk in 2020. That probably ran through its Samurai. Yeah, Blue Maceless Chemist, maths forever. Summoner Bard Red Chemist doesn't rely on, yeah, oh, Berserker Ranger Summoner Chemist also doesn't rely on Chemist. Summoner is just that good, and that easy, that, like, Summoner Chemist is actually a really good combination, because Summoners are very, very good for random encounters. Like, if I had Sildra, those random encounters in the Void could not give a shit. Would just be blasting Sildra at their faces. But slightly less good against single targets. Sildra's still very good against a lot of bosses, but there's definitely a bit in World 2 where bosses are kind of tough for summoners, and Chemist fixes all of that. Chemist deals with basically every boss. So the combo of Summoner Chemist is just broken. It's so good. Yeah, there was my other garbage run. Way back in 2016, Monk Berserker Geochemist. That was a bad run. That run was not happy in the Pyramid. And I think back then I knew about levels, but I don't think I realized how good levels were on Monk, so it was pretty miserable. I think that run actually went through Geomancer, because the good thing about Geomancer, for Ned, Air Slash is the only thing you can use and it hits all of his bits. So if you level up your Geomancer with Chemist, Air Slash starts doing stupid damage to everything. It's such a... Geomancer is a surprising pick for Final Fight for me. If you can buff them in any way, Air Slash is just so good. Oh, one run I had Blue Mystic Knight Beastmaster Chemist. Oh, that's a run that doesn't need a chemist. Well, I hope you enjoyed the chemist run. My fourth run of the year. I think I have at least another one in me. We'll see if I also, if it's too often I do just, like, do a run in the final week of the Fiesta for fun. Trying to get something else in. It ends at the end of August, so I only have, the month, but I am, of course, away for 2 weeks. Both good and bad for playing games, so like it's bad because I'm away, but it's good because I'm away and I don't have much else to do and I have my laptop with me. So I imagine another run while I'm away is definitely gonna happen. And then yeah, maybe when I get back I will try to slam one into the final week of the Fiesta. None of it streamed because too much playing it on my own time to try and get it done in time. But, yeah, this is an interesting run. I think, yeah, we finally saw the power of leveling up Monk. A Monk that can do damage. I mean, we really saw how bad Monk's damage was against a lot of the bosses in the Void. Absolutely dire. One boss, he was punching for like 200 damage. Shooting me, it was like 200 damage. It's like, meh. Babies. Babies. They are adorable. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing on Friday. Friday will be my last No, actually, Monday will be my last solo stream, but it's gonna be my last Wednesday, Friday solo stream before I go away, because I go away on the Wednesday next week. Yeah, I guess we'll see. It might be more Zoo, it might be something else entirely, it might be no stream, I don't know. I'll figure something. I probably do want to stream on the Friday, because I will be away for 2 weeks, but I don't have a concrete idea as for what, so. Tomorrow, more Elden Ring bingo in the evening. I guess we'll just always sort something out for that. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on Friday with something? We'll just finish up there. The full editing of this is on our YouTube somewhere. I hope you enjoyed this year's Fiesta. I feel like this was a weird... Not exactly a bad team. It's never a bad team with Chemist, but it was definitely like a, you know... Not really any shenanigans here. Just Chemist, just drinking, just chugging. And going. So, see y'all tomorrow. Bye, everybody!